Here comes the music.
You okay with this?
Can I get back to you?
And this? And what about this? Ha! Gotcha there.
You're gonna love it.
We are Go Radio 106.9 FM. That beats F dialogue.
Don't worry. Be happy.
She calls out to the man on the street. Sir, can you help me? It's cold, you can tell me. He walks on, doesn't look back. He pretends he can't hear her. Starts to whistle as he crosses the street. Seems embarrassed to be there. Think twice. It's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice. 'Cause it's another day for you. You and me in paradise. Calls out to the man on the street.
All right, good morning and in the radio. How you doing this beautiful Monday morning? And of course, this beautiful Monday morning. And of course, this is the place to be. My name is My name is Chike, and as well, and you know now, as we always do it every morning, I'm not alone in the studio. I am with my pretty lady with a golden voice.
Is doing good this morning.
Yeah, we are doing good. You're doing better than us, yeah.
If you're doing good and you're listening to me right now, I'd like to know if you are watching us on our social media platforms. It'd be good to know that you're actually doing well. So just leave a comment saying, I'm doing good. Yeah.
Yeah, because we are into the Holy Week actually.
Yes. Yes,
Yesterday
we
was
are.
Palm Sunday. Hope you went to church.
Be restful, right? And productive. I hope you actually did get some rest. And I'm speaking to someone that is sitting close to me, so
I feel attacked because
you should feel attacked.
Chill, Esther. This weekend was fabulous for me. Like this weekend
Thing that was fun.
at least I slept for 6 hours on Friday.
If
You can bet
that is true,
uh-huh.
I'm proud of you.
Sharp. I'm excited that Esther is proud of me this morning.
No, you should be.
All right, you drop a comment and of course watch us live there, and we want to know what you think. We want to know, Esther have already told you, we want to know how your weekend felt, and of course we want you to react to our stories this morning. Let's know what you think about, because it seems like it's not like it seems like the country is everyday wahala.
Honestly, it is
Everyday wahala, but then we are still optimistic that things is gonna be good when we wake up,
yes.
because it has a clause. Things won't just be good.
But it's true, Sha.
All right, single day is an opportunity for you to go out there and make it happen for you. But for you to make it happen, actually, you need to pay attention to what Esther has to say this morning. So, Esther, Esther, I'm ready to hear you motivate me this beautiful Monday morning.
Okay, take a chill pill, Chike. You're being too excited with in the center of excellence, Lagos. We are hitting a high of 33 degrees Celsius, but it will feel much hotter due to the high humidity. Today begins with cloudy intervals, but as temperatures rise, expect thundery showers by mid-afternoon, especially around Ikeja, Lekki, and the island. So take note if you are in Lagos. And over in Ibadan, it's going to be a hot and heavy day with a high of 35 degrees Celsius. The morning will bring some sunshine, but unstable conditions may lead to isolated thunderstorms later in the day. Now, the mix of heat and moisture can be exhausting, so make sure you stay hydrated, wear loose clothing, and rest in well-ventilated spaces to avoid overheating. And then down in Port Harcourt, expect a high of 32 degrees Celsius with moderate to heavy rainfall and thunderstorms starting from midday and possibly lasting into the night. And in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, it's a hot day ahead with hazy sunshine and a high of 37 degrees Celsius. There will be dust in the air, which may slightly reduce visibility, but the heat will remain intense. So, dry heat can dehydrate you quickly, so make sure you drink plenty of water, moisturize your skin, and take breaks in the shade if you're outdoors, if you're in Abuja. And then up north in Kano, temperatures soar to a blistering 40 degrees Celsius. Thick dust haze will reduce visibility and make the air feel dry and harsh. If you're in Kano, protect your lungs. I'm sure you're very used to the atmosphere there. Make sure you protect your lungs by wearing a face mask or a scarf outdoors. And then, right here in Enugu, it's bright and a very hot day ahead with temperatures reaching 37 degrees. While the morning stays sunny, we might see localized thunderstorms later in the evening. Okay, so stay ahead by hydrating properly, wearing loose clothing, and in case it might rain, it's a possibility. Chike, let me know, raise your let me know, raise your hopes high. But then let's just have fun today. It's gonna be an amazing day today, and that is your comprehensive weather report for today.
You don't necessarily need to tell me you don't need to whine me. We can continue enjoying the heat.
Don't worry, it's gonna be a good day. We'll manage. And you're putting on black.
Yeah, you know they say black color absorbs heat, right?
Yes, it does.
Good, mine doesn't. Have you ever seen me sweat?
Also, no, mine doesn't. Okay.
Have you ever seen me sweat?
Actually, I haven't. You know why? Chike is always sitting in front of his laptop, his system, and then he's always working in an off conditioner.
But then that doesn't mean that you would have given me small hope, praying and waiting for the rain to come.
Yes.
Because we really need the rain.
We need the rain. Let it rain.
All right, so we're gonna go on a short musical break, and when we come back, we'll go through our top 10 stories for today. Remember, you should follow us on social media handles. Go on YouTube at GOU Radio 1069 FM and on Facebook at 1069 Go in the Radio.
My blessings I take count. My blessings I take count. It's plenty, no be mouth. Hello, my brother. I know the butter. God did it for me, and He will do it for you one way or another. dance. It make me want to clap my hand. It make me want to turn around. It make me shout hallelujah. He dance, break it dance. It make me want to clap my hand. It make me want to turn around and shout hallelujah.
Your station
The first Go Uni Radio.
106.9.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning. Of course, it's right here on 106.9 FM Going in Radio. And of course, that was Counting My Blessings by Johnny Joe. And of course, in the radio, we needed to drop your comments, listen to our top 10 stories, and we need to know what you think about them. All right, Esther, you ready?
I am ready. Okay, for the first headline this morning, it says 60% of employers say graduates not job ready. Nearly 60% of employers in Nigeria say graduates are not job ready, underscoring a widening gap between academic training and industry expectations, a new report has revealed. This comes as experts urge Nigerian undergraduates to boost their employability by acquiring soft skills and leveraging opportunities both within and beyond the classroom before graduation. The advice was given on Thursday in Ikeja, Lagos, during the presentation of Protein International's latest report on the gap between education and industry needs. The report added that more than 55% of Nigerian graduates work in roles unrelated to their field of study, as it highlighted critical gaps in communication, technical, and digital skills. Findings reveal significant misalignment between academic training and the competencies demanded by modern workplaces, with 55% of respondents working in fields unrelated to their academic background and nearly 60% of employers reporting that graduates are inadequately prepared for their roles. Critical gaps exist in teamwork, communication, technical proficiency, and digital literacy, while soft skills and practical experience remain highly desired but underdeveloped, the report read. Chike, what do you think about this story?
Yeah, what do I think? I think there's a lot of factors that is actually causing this. First of all, I don't.
But first of all, do you agree with this?
Yes, of course.
Of course, I know you do.
Let's take it. Let's go. They're not graduates.
It's true. They're graduates. Yeah.
You can know people that does that do something when you become a graduate. You see yourself looking for a job in a market with limited job opportunities.
Right.
That's the thing. But that's one thing I say apart from Kofoko University, because the point of this school is experiential learning.
Experience at its best.
You not
Together and just combine their skills in software engineering and all those computer stuff, and they created an app just like Jumia and all that, where people can actually shop. And this, I think they created when I was in year one. So the business has actually gone far. Like, they're doing so well for themselves. They have a physical store. They have, I was so proud. Like, they have your own car right now because, I mean, they are putting the work. So that's the goal of education, to make sure that you have the right skills, the right attitude before graduation, so that when you don't just come out to society and be like, I came out with the first class and I don't have any skill. Yes, we have many graduates who come out with the first class. Money
and live normal life.
Yeah.
All right, moving forward on our stories this morning, we have this one. Police accused of assaulting, firing at protesting OOU students. The story has it that the Olabisi Onabanjo University Students Union government has accused officers of the Nigerian police force of assaulting their leaders and firing shots at unarmed students during the protest at the Oru Ijebu police station in Ogun State. The Ogun State Police Command had denied the allegations in a statement signed by its spokesperson Oluseyi Babaseyi late Saturday night, saying no student was detained following the reported confrontation at the Oru Ijebu Police Division. However, in a statement by the Students' Union on Sunday, co-signed by the SUG President Kehinde Bamibose and General Secretary Olajire Emmanuel, the incident began after reports emerged that some students had been arrested under unclear and questionable circumstances, prompting the SUG legal director to visit the station to verify the situation. In a bid to ensure due process and protect the rights of our students, the The OOU SUG legal director proceeded to the station to ascertain the situation and engage the officers in a lawful and civil manner treatment. He was physically assaulted, kicked, and violently manhandled, including being choked by officers of the Nigerian police force, the statement partly read. It added that another student present at the City-30th agency. Even more disturbing, a student who accompanied him was slapped by officers during the encounter. These acts represent a gross violation of human dignity, professional ethics, and the rule of law, the union said. The statement further explained that the Students' Union president, alongside other leaders, later
and the inhumane treatment by members of the police force. But then this is inhumane. First of all, these people were peacefully protesting. I don't see reasons why you'd actually use violence. It doesn't make sense. And for people who are supposed to protect lives, who are supposed to make us feel safe and secure, this is not nice, even if it's an accusation. It is not a nice story.
The thing is, I'll keep clamoring for a total overhaul reformation of the Nigerian police, because I don't want to say anything I will say on air right now, and then they'll impound on me. But then all of us know how the Nigerian police is. All of us know how
the brutality,
how embarrassing it could be. The system has been. So, well, this is another embarrassing moment, and then I just hope that we keep raising our voices, and someday we're gonna have the government that will have the temerity to come in and reform the police force for good.
Indeed. Moving on to the next story this morning. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency uncovers cocaine hidden inside fish in Lagos. So the story has it that operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have intercepted a large consignment of cocaine concealed in the heads of imported dry stockfish, popularly known as oporoko, and arrested a suspected kingpin involved in trafficking the illicit substance to India. The agency said the seizure followed intelligence on the syndicate's trans-border criminal activities, which prompted a coordinated sting operation by operatives of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Femi Babafemi said that during the operation, 3 jumbo bags were recovered from a 36-year-old suspect, Abuta Ejike. A large consignment of cocaine concealed in the heads of imported dry stockfish has been intercepted by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, which also arrested a key member of the syndicate involved in shipping the illicit substance across the world, especially to India. The dismantling of the drug syndicate followed a sting operation by operatives of the MMIA Strategic Command of the agency in the Ojo area of Lagos State. In the course of the operation, 3 jumbo-sized bags were found in the possession of the kingpin, 36-year-old Abuta Ejike. A search of the bags led to the recovery of 237 wraps of cocaine buried in the heads of imported dry stockfish, locally known as oporoko. The cocaine pellets had a gross weight of 5.8 kilograms, and the consignment was intended for export to Delhi, India. Chike, what do you think about this?
Yeah, it's another successful sting operation by the NDLEA. Yeah, any fight to stop drug trafficking is welcomed by me.
But it's amazing though. I will say the creativity. I talked about this last week. The creativity behind crimes these days, it's amazing. But then I'm glad that these agencies are like one step ahead of these people, and then they're bringing these criminals to book.
Of course, congratulations to NDLEA. That's what we want. We want
so we've been hearing a lot of this lately.
We're
proud of them.
That, of course.
Right.
All right, moving forward on our stories this beautiful Monday morning. 2 Osun chiefs, 16 residents detained over community attack. The story has it that no fewer than 2 community chiefs, 1 head of Hunters Association, and 15 residents have been arrested over violence linked to a long-standing boundary and land ownership dispute between Ilobu and Erin-Osun communities, which allegedly led to attacks on 3 police officers. The arrest followed a fresh violent clash involving residents of Ifon, Ilobu, and Erin-Osun, reportedly triggered by the lingering crisis. A video seen by newsmen on Sunday showed a man in a police uniform allegedly being assaulted and forced to kneel inside what appeared to be a gathering. In the same Facebook video, which lasted over 3 minutes and was posted by one Olariwaju Ojo on Saturday, the caption read, "Mob brutalizes police constable in Oshun community, forces him to kneel and apologize for alleged tear gas shooting in Ilobo area in Oshun crisis." Previous incidents linked to the disputes have reportedly led to a loss of lives and destruction of property. Earlier reports indicated that 4 suspects had been arrested. However, it was learned on Sunday that the number had risen to 18 following the arrest of 14 additional suspects, including the local chiefs, following a fresh clash in which weapons were also recovered. Esther.
Oh, this is definitely not nice. And also to hear that community leaders were they promoted the detention. I think they should. For 501 billion naira power bond. Nigeria's troubled electricity sector may be on the cusp of a financial reset following the issuance of a 501.2 billion naira bond designed to ease crippling debt owed to power generation companies. While the intervention promises immediate liquidity and a potential boost in electricity output, stakeholders say its long-term success will depend on deeper structural reforms, including cost-reflective tariffs and disciplined subsidy fundings. For years, Nigeria's power generation companies have operated under severe financial strain, weighed down by mounting unpaid invoices, erratic gas supply, and declining investor confidence. Now, an 501.2 billion naira bond issued by the federal government through Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading PLC is being touted as a much-needed lifeline, one that could stabilize operations and potentially improve electricity generation across the country. The bond, a Series 1 issuance, is the first tranche under the federal government's 1.23 trillion naira initial approval, itself part of a broader 4 trillion naira presidential power sector debt reduction program. The initiative is designed to address the deep-rooted liquidity crisis in the Nigerian electricity supply industry and restore financial balance to a sector long plagued by structural inefficiencies. For an industry carrying over 6 trillion naira in outstanding obligations as of December 2025, the move signals what policymakers describe as a decisive attempt to halt years of financial deterioration. Now, the structure through NBET Finance Company PLC, a special purpose vehicle, the bond carries a full federal government guarantee. It is split into 2 7-year tranches, 300 billion naira and 201.2 billion naira, both priced at 17.5% and aimed at injecting immediate liquidity into the generation segment. Chike, what do you think about this?
Yeah, the thing is, it just the country being the country, because it just has to do with it seems like the people managing the power sector already, it's more like it's a trial and error. I mean, I beg your pardon, trial and error strategy. It seems like there is no coherence. Currently, the country is we are all suffering from serious epileptic power supply, and they say it's because of inadequate gas supply to the generating installations. But then it shows the level of maladministration, corruption, pervading corruption, and then state of
going into debt, racking up a lot of debts.
We already were swimming in debt, so it's unfortunate. Actually, it's just unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate that as rich as this country with all the potentials we possess, we're still struggling with basic things like this.
Electricity doesn't.
One major and minor parties in the country by the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC), leading to fears that the country may evolve into a one-party state. From serving and former governors, key opposition figures in the National Assembly to influential politicians across the country, the APC has been attracting opposition elements in their numbers. For the first time since 1999, Lagos, Kano, Kaduna, and Rivers all have governors from the ruling party. Adding to that, the states with the larger resources, Lagos, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, and Delta, are all under the APC. The one that was yet to be captured entirely out of the states whose votes could alter equations was Kano, due to the inability of the ruling party to woo Kwankwaso to its full. Kwankwaso is seen as the main figure behind the Kano voting for the NNPP in 2023, even with the defection of Governor Abba Kabi Yusuf. Politicals say all is not yet uhuru for the ruling party as far as Kano is concerned.
Wow. I think political alliances are quite expected, but for these people that are coming together like this, I didn't really see it coming. I don't know about other people, but then...
Well, at the end of the day, let's see what it becomes, because
it's going to be hot.
Political battles have actually started, because campaign will be beginning very soon, and the election is
very close next year, right?
Is actually the very first month of next year, in January. So let's see how it turns out. Nigerians just want people who will come in and work for the country. That's the most important thing. People are suffering now. The policies of the current government isn't felt.
Okay, it says terrorists have declared war on Nigeria, and this is coming from a Catholic bishop as he slams our government. The Catholic Bishop of Ondo Diocese, Jude Arogundade, has raised alarm over worsening insecurity in Nigeria, declaring that terrorists have effectively declared war on the country, its government, and citizens. Speaking during Palm Sunday service at the Sacred Heart Cathedral in Akure, the Ondo state capital, the cleric criticized authorities for what he described as a lack of seriousness in tackling the security crisis. Arogundade faulted the government's characterization of violent actors as prodigal sons, arguing that such a description trivializes the scale of atrocities committed. Drawing from the biblical parable, he noted that the prodigal son neither killed nor harmed anyone, stressing that it was unacceptable to use such a term for individuals responsible for deadly attacks, including the killings of 41 persons within his diocese. The bishop warned that the situation in Ondo State is deteriorating, describing Akure as being under siege, and urged Lucky to adopt more proactive measures as security threats draw closer to the state capital. He expressed concern over the influx of unidentified individuals occupying strategic locations in Akure, warning that residents could face fresh attacks if urgent steps are not taken. Akure is invaded. These strange people are taking hold of strategic places, and everyone appears helpless until they strike again, he said. The cleric lamented what he called the government's apparent disconnect from the realities on the ground, insisting that even ordinary citizens are aware of the looming danger. He urged both federal and state authorities to intensify efforts to safeguard lives and property, while also calling on Nigerians to remain vigilant and united in confronting insecurity. Chike, what do you think about this?
Yeah, of course, what the bishop has said is practically the truth. First of all, it's quite insensitive for the army spokesman to come out and say that these guys are prodigal sons, and then we should forgive them, and then we should not give them opportunity to reform. No problem. Nobody's saying that they shouldn't reform. But the fact that if you are reforming Baba, reform while facing the full wrath of the consequence, full wrath of the law, and then there should be consequences for the actions you've taken over the years, killing people, innocent people, in the name of Oyo Speaker joins 2027 governorship race. The story has it that the Speaker of the Oyo State House of Assembly, Adebo Ogundoyin, has joined the 2027 governorship race in the state. In a statement issued on Sunday by his special assistant on media, Oyetunji Onyekunle, the speaker was endorsed by People's Democratic Party stakeholders in Ibarapa land. According to the statement, the endorsement followed a zonal meeting held at Ibora to discuss preparations for a planned visit by Governor Seyi Makinde, during which a vote of confidence was passed in Ogundoyin. The stakeholders reportedly praised his leadership qualities, loyalty to the party, and contributions to legislative stability in the state. They also urged him to formally declare his intention to contest the 2027 governorship election, assuring him of their support. Responding, Ogundoyin, who represents Ibarapa East constituency, expressed appreciation for the endorsement, describing it as an honor and responsibility. Ogundoyin said the endorsement represented a call for inclusive governance, unity, and continued development across the state. The meeting was attended by party leaders, government officials, and grassroots politicians, including a member of the House of Representatives, Anthony Adepoju, state commissioners Ademola Ojo, and Wasilat Adegoke, and other stakeholders.
It's obvious that he is being like endorsed by a lot of people, but I feel like they should always remember that it is their job when they eventually get into these positions to represent the interests of citizens.
Of course.
Because I think they tend to forget that. I think that's what power does to people. They just enjoy themselves just to play some.
No, I don't think it's power that does it to people, because power doesn't change. Power only reveals your intentions.
Does,
yeah. No, the power doesn't change you. It only reveals your intention and being sure. If you actually have the intention to work, for crying out loud, if going there, you will change.
True.
It will just reveal, because if you have the real intention to work, power gives you now the opportunity to go and do the work. Let's take a go to Abia State right now. If you know Abia State what it used to be and go to Abia State right now, you see a total transformation. You see what power can do. Is that power is the vehicle you will use to make any kind of change you want. So it could be positive change, it could be negative change. So
that's right.
Baba, you've declared for governorship. When you get the opportunity to go in there, do what you're supposed to do for the people, and make sure you live up to the promises you make to the people. That's the most important thing.
That's right. Moving on to the next story, birthday gift. Tinubu donate forces. Bola Tinubu has announced the establishment of a dedicated support fund for members of Nigeria's armed forces, those wounded in the line of duty, and the families of fallen heroes. The president announced the initiative on Sunday using the commemoration of his 74th birthday to honor the courage, sacrifice, and service of the nation's military personnel. A statement by the presidential spokesman Bayo Onanuga stated that President Tinubu directed the Accountant General of the Federation to establish a special account for the fund, which will provide targeted support to injured service members, as well as to widows, widowers, and children of those who lost their lives in service to the country. According to the statement, as a personal commitment, the president has pledged to contribute all his salaries since assuming office as seed funding for the initiative, reinforcing his resolve to ensure that those who have borne the cost of Nigeria's peace and security are not forgotten. The president called on state governors, members of the National Assembly, the private sector, his friends and well-wishers to support the initiative, noting that details of the fund will be made available in due course. President Tinubu emphasized that the initiative is rooted in a solemn national obligation to care for those who stand in harm's way and the families who carry the burden of their sacrifice, irrespective of insurance programs available to members of the armed forces. The statement further added that President Tinubu stated that supporting members of the armed forces and their families is not an act of charity, but a duty that all must fulfill. He reaffirmed his administration's commitment to strengthening the welfare of military personnel and ensuring that their service to the nation is matched with dignity, care, and sustained support.
Yeah, of course. Congratulations. Thank you, Mr. President, for donating your salaries to the armed forces. But going beyond donating salaries, please, we need to be more intentional in the welfare of our security, our members, the military, like their welfare. Sometimes when I read some things, when I see some things I read online about their welfare, it's just like a joke. You understand? You are practically fighting almost for nothing. So it's good. The president is setting the tone, and that's so beautiful. But then beyond donating your salaries, how cumulatively, if you combine the whole salaries of the president, how far will it go? So that's the point.
You know, it's symbolic. You know.
Yeah, it's symbolic. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's setting the tone.
It's quite thoughtful, but then.
We just need. We need more decisive policies, and then implementation. It's not just about the policy, but implementation to stem the tide of corruption. Because sometimes they release these funds, and some commanders, pocket it.
That's right.
And when I was hearing that a soldier is entitled to 1,000 naira feeding allowance for lunch, all these things, like soldiers fighting, in the front lines, I'd be like, what's going on? But these guys are making a lot of sacrifices to protect
putting their
us.
lives on the line.
So we should do more. on that. But then, thank you so much, Mr. President, for doing this, and that's the point. You set the tone rolling, and then it's just like you said, it's symbolic.
Yes.
And it speaks so much about the has not been publicly revealed. Congratulations are already pouring in with the official Super Eagles X account, writing congratulations to Bruno Onyemechi and his partner on the birth of their first child. Players are typically granted a few days away from camp following the birth of a child.